shot of mezcal before starting a fucking embarrassing story about yourself. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing really well. Today I wanted to share with you guys another story because the one about the Ferrari really got you guys, and I'm so glad that I can do this and bring you guys a couple laughs during these times. So I want to tell you another really embarrassing story about my fucking life, because apparently it seems like people really enjoy seeing me suffer. I get it, because my wife legitimately gets a kick every single time I destroy my life or I do anything bad. So, and I mean it in a great way. So, on to you guys. Have you ever purchased anything without remembering that you bought it and then you get it and you're like, what's going on? Well, this is kind of like a story like that. Let me give you a little preview. About 10 years ago, I was in my house with my wife and I got a package on the mail from Amazon, and I opened it and it turned out to be a Peyton Manning autographed jersey, like the most legendary quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts, you know, from Denver. He's one of the greatest that's ever played the game, and I'm a big fan of Peyton Manning. So I open this thing and I see it's a jersey, the Broncos new jersey from Peyton, autographed by him, brand new with a certification stamp and everything. And I go, wow, my wife is fucking amazing. Like, come on, guys. What other wife does that? Like, what other wife goes through all the trouble to be able to find something that Peyton Manning, like, you know what I mean? Like, putting all that together was, like, really thoughtful. So I was like, Alejandro, you're such a piece of shit. You never do anything for your wife. You never get her, like, surprises like that. Yeah, you get her fucking stupid, like, bags and shoes and whatever, but you don't do, like, nice things like this. So you should be better. And I go up and I hug my wife and I'm like, babe, I love you. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. I want to take you out to lunch. And my wife's like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? Sure, I love you too, but why? And I go, I don't know, you do so much for me, like the jersey that you got me. She goes, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, babe, the jersey, the Peyton Manning jersey that you just got me, like, thank you so much. And she goes, let me be clear. I did not buy you a jersey from Peyton Manning. Like, I didn't get you that. What are you talking about? And I'm like, you're fucking with me. And she goes, no, I swear to God, I didn't. So we go to the living room and I show her the jersey and she goes, yeah, no, I didn't buy you this. And I'm like, then who the fuck did? And she goes, I don't know, it says that eBay sent it to you. So I go and look at my eBay account and say nothing more. I realized that I had purchased that shirt the night before while I was drunk and I didn't remember. I until today, I don't remember purchasing it, but it makes sense. And I was like, oh man, damn. That's crazy that this can happen. This must happen to a lot of people, right? Well, I thought that was the end of that. But one day I was getting really, really drunk, and this is why the story is about how I purchased my R8 when I was drunk as hell and don't remember anything. One day I was home with my wife and we were enjoying a movie. This is 2010. 2010 Alejandro was fucking vibing, killing it, doing really great. We had just moved into a new house. Entertainment was killing it out of anything. So all those movies were going really great while the economy had been stuck for a long time, right? Because people need entertainment. So Alejandro was rolling non-stop and everything was promising as fuck. So that's the time Alejandro's really happy, really young. He's equally as chubby as he is right now, but you know, having a great time. I remember my wife tells me, dude, I really want to watch Iron Man tonight. Do you want to watch it? Iron Man 2 with Robert Downey Jr. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. So we get ready that night. We're setting everything up, the room, the TV, the movie. And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, babe? I'm gonna go get a scotch. And she goes, okay, go get a scotch, that's normal. And I came back with a bottle and my glass with ice. She goes, the whole bottle? What the fuck is wrong? I'm like, babe, I'm not an alcoholic. Says the guy who came out with his own brand of alcohol. I'm not an alcoholic, babe. I'm not an alcoholic. What if I want a glass and a half? What if I want a glass and a half of scotch? Like, what's wrong with that? She goes, yeah, I guess you're fine. Cut to, I'm absolutely obliterated watching Iron Man 2. Obliterated. And I just don't remember anything but waking up the next day going like, man, that was a great movie. I have a huge headache. And then my phone rings. And I'm like, oh, you know, back in the day, I used to get a lot of calls. So I thought maybe it's someone calling me from the office or something's going on with a movie. Whatever is going on, it's clearly something. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, hello. And my wife was next to me. And he goes, hi, this is John. I'm calling you about the rest of your deposit. And I'm like, the rest of my deposit for what? And he goes, for your car. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, John. I don't understand what you're talking about. What car? And he goes, your Audi. You purchased the car. And when he says that, my wife goes, what? Into me. And I'm like, fuck! Here we go again. Like, come on. I just went through this with the Ferrari a year ago, and now this is gonna happen. Like, if my wife knows that I'm doing something, by the way, I had no idea what was going on at that point, but I was like, if I bought something and she finds out, she's gonna fucking kill me. Like, we saw what happened with the Ferrari. I was terrified. So I'm like, one second, John. I walk into the closet, I close the door, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like super low voice. You can imagine just hiding in the closet from your wife, like, what are you talking about, John? And John's like, listen, man, you bought an R8 from us last night, and I'm just calling you for you to give us the rest of the deposit. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, on eBay, you bought the car, you gave us the deposit. And I go, oh, 1 second, Jen, I'll call you right back. So I hang up the phone, I come out of the closet. God damn it! God damn it! I come out of the closet, my wife's not anymore in the room. So I open my computer and I look at my eBay history and and let me just be clear about this. I don't know in what part of my drunk night I thought I was rich enough to buy a Bugatti because I lowballed someone for a Bugatti, which by the way, I would have not been able to afford at that time. But I was like, and I was pretty close. And at this time, I should also say that the R8 had just come out and I had been looking for an R8 forever in California because I couldn't get one because everybody was trying to charge $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 over and the market was punished. So I said, this is just a California thing. I'm not gonna buy a car right now. I'm gonna wait until those prices are down. So that's why I wanted an R8, okay? That's not everything just happens out of nowhere. So I had been looking, but nothing had come up. And then I saw that message where I messaged the guy in the Bugatti and I'm like, man, drunk Alejandro really has some balls. Like just sending fucking disrespectful offers left and right and negotiating deals better than sober Alejandro. Like how? I didn't know that I was better negotiating when I was drunk than sober. Either way, so I get to the R8 part and I'm reading it and I got the car for like $10,000 on the sticker, but because I bought it from Ohio, not in California. I bought it out of a dealership from Ohio. So I look at the car, I look at the price, I look at the deposit, I put like $2,500 on PayPal, and then the rest you need to put it on a credit card or do a transfer. They're like, I'm just gonna do it on my credit card. So I called the guy back. I'm like, John, yeah, I'm so sorry. I was really confused because, I have so many cars that I don't know what's going on, fucking full of shit. I was just too embarrassed to admit that I was drunk and I didn't remember that I purchased the car, and I'm pretty sure that's not normal. So I was really self-conscious about my alcoholism for the first time in my life. Actually, let me, just to make the story better. By the way, this is gonna be my third one today. Shit's delicious and it gives me the best buzz. So I call the guy back and then all of a sudden he goes, by the way, so yeah, I need the other $7,500, which I think it was $7,500 and I had to put it on my Amex. So I'm like, yeah, that's no problem, dude. Like I'll put it on my card. So I start looking in the room everywhere and my fucking credit card's not there. My wallet's not there. And now I'm thinking, fuck, my wallet's in the car. And guess who is on the way to the car? Belen, ladies and gentlemen. After the whole thing with the Ferrari, do you understand how terrified I was? Do you understand that I was gonna go downstairs and then she was gonna catch me and then she was gonna go like, you bought this car while you were drunk, you shouldn't have it, and then she was gonna hate it all along? That's what I was terrified of. So I'm coming out of my room fucking ninja mode, like going down the stairs like, cats, like a cat, fucking ninja style. I make it all the way down the stairs, into the door, open the door, close it, nothing. Belen didn't notice. I'm like, you're basically there, Alejandro, you've done it. Open the car, get my wallet, I go back in, and super quietly I'm going upstairs, and as I'm going upstairs and I'm thinking, I fucking got this, Alejandro! Yeah? She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing, I just needed to grab something from the car. And she goes, why do you need your wallet? And I'm like, no, I don't, I just went to get it from the car because I feel like I'm gonna need it for something. And she goes, no, tell me, what the fuck did you do and why do you need your wallet? And I'm like, all right, this is it. This is it. Like, this is where everything collapses. There's no way I'm gonna get this fucking car right now. It's not gonna happen. And I tell her, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. And I showed her my computer and I showed her like the car and I showed her everything. And I said, I bought a car while I was drunk and I need to put the deposit. And that's why they're calling me and that's why they called me so early in the morning. And Belen just looks at me and she goes, oh, that's a pretty nice car. That's the car you wanted. So that's good. And you got it at a good price. I'm like, yeah. She goes, yeah, good. When are you gonna get it? I was like, oh my God, there's not gonna be a problem. I really felt like that was a huge win. And I really think that was a catalyst of Belen not giving a fuck about cars that I buy and how stupid I am at buying them. I really think that at that point was like, and he's drunk and doing these things. It's not that bad. We're not going to shit yet. And there hasn't been any sign of us like going to shit. So she should have been happy. And she should let me get my cars, which she does now. And at that time, I thought it was a big deal that she said yes. So call the guy, make the deposit, then I wire him the money, and then I tell him, like, send me the car. And I completely forgot about that. And I had a location scouting thing for a movie in North Carolina. So I went to North Carolina, and 5 days later, Belen calls me, and she's like, by the way, your car's here. I'm like, what fucking fucking car are you talking about? She goes, the Audi that you bought, it's here. And I'm like, holy shit, babe, I totally forgot. She goes, how are you gonna be able to put, like, how is the guy with the truck gonna be able to park it where we park your car when you're not here? And the thing is, we had a really weird driveway and it was really necessary for the car to be there. And Belen goes, if he cannot get the car in where it's supposed to be, he's taking it back. And I'm like, oh no, everything was going so well, and now I gotta give back this fucking car. Long story short, she calls me back and she goes, the guy did it, babe, don't worry about it, the car's here for whenever you come home. And I'm like, yes, I fucking did it. So I come back from North Carolina, I worked so hard, and guess what happened to your boy? I got a fucking abdominal hernia this size that I had to go get surgery immediately, and I couldn't get in the car for about a month. That was my story with the R8 that I purchased while I was drunk. I guess in one way or another, you gotta pay the consequences of doing stupid shit when you're drunk, right? Do you guys have any stories of you buying anything while you're drunk, not remembering, or maybe for someone else? Please let me know in the comments down below. This is my life. This is how embarrassing I am. So I'm sorry about me. I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care and see you soon with more stories. Hopefully with not drunk Alejandro, although there's one that is pretty good about me drunk.